my friends, this is Nick from the Nerd Frenzy Podcast. And we got my cousin back. The one, the only, Lukas Long, everyone.
I thought I was coming on the Nerd Frenzy, not the Christmas Frenzy.
I want to... You pretty much challenged me by calling me out last time we were on because I was wearing a sports shirt instead of a nerd shirt, and I wanted to one up you. So it's and it's actually it's all the way, baby. I'm wearing the full set, okay?
Jeez,
And
comfortable at least.
oh no, absolutely.
Is that your elf pajamas? Is that what that is?
I got these I think 2 years ago, and I've been wearing them ever since. So it's where I go to sleep in. It's what my beautiful wife gets to see when And the funny thing is we actually have the whole family has one. So my wife has it too, and it's adorable.
The whole family shares one set.
Yeah, and at the same time too, we actually all just fit in this one. You can't see it because it's literally
fabric.
It's on the it's the same stuff that Spider-Man uses in the new one with Iron Man. Yeah, so
the ultimate sleeping bag.
it conforms perfectly to my body, which is a perfect, like Hercules-like shape.
Wow.
Don't say "well" me, okay, Zelda.
That's right. Yeah.
By the way, a lot of people who don't play Zelda have no idea that Zelda is not the character you are playing. That it's Link.
Yeah, and I have no time for those people.
I have no time. They're not watching this, so I don't know why you brought it up.
Right.
All right. So Lukas, he came up with another idea. We wanted to do quotes, and we wanted to do like a tournament style bracket, and we wanted to discuss what should stay in and what should be moved to the top, what should be number one, and we wanted to have a fun little debate, and then try to just talk it through and try to put the best movie quotes, in our opinion, on a bracket.
All right. Yeah. Hey, before we get started, though, I wanted to ask you a couple questions. Just to see who you are as a person.
Okay.
For your viewer.
Mm-hmm.
So the first question is, who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Who's your daddy, and what does he do? That was not very good. Who's your daddy, and what does he do? I don't know why I would go like a lighter voice than my own for Arnold Schwarzenegger and not a deeper. That was a huge mistake on my part, and I'm going to regret that later. I'm in my deathbed whenever I'm 95 going, that one comment I made about Arnold, that when I tried to mimic him, it was awful.
You gotta get like, who's your daddy?
Nice.
What does he do?
And that quote maybe should be on here. So if it's not, we will fight for it.
It should be. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It's a quote that maybe shouldn't be on here, but it's important for us. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have a little fun and see where this goes. But we have a nice little. How would you explain how we're gonna be doing this?
Just gonna randomly draw 16 quotes, put them in a bracket, and then we'll go one by one, and they'll do face off, see which one wins. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. So here's the. You want me to draw the first one?
Go for it.
Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Okay. All right. So the first quote is gonna be number 8. It's from The Princess Bride, and it's "As you wish."
As you wish.
Oh, my sweet Wesley.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and pick real quick.
It takes the top slot.
Mine's going to be 7. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Empowering.
Okay. Just highlighting these real quick so I don't forget them. All right. Next one's number 51.
Dang.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do. From Babe. if you didn't know already.
If you don't, then you are slime, is what he's trying to say.
That's right.
Mine is 17, Shawshank Redemption, Get Busy Living, or Get Busy Dying.
Get busy living. Or get busy dying.
I love it.
That was 17?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And the next one, number 22. Ooh, another Princess Bride one. Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
That has so many layers to it. Yeah. I'm glad that one has been chosen. All right. Okay, I got 34, The Terminator. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
A little bit better. I'll be back.
Jeez.
He doesn't have a stroke when he says it, so I might have been disgusting display.
Maybe Arnold is not your voice.
Seriously.
All right, number 26 is from Good Will Hunting. How do you like them apples?
Do you like apples?
Yeah.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
He just slams it onto the window. And oh, that's like good stuff. All right. Oh, here's a good one. Mine is 47, Tombstone. Say when.
Say when.
Classic.
No, always have been classic.
Let's see. 16. Ooh. We got a heavy hitter here. A favorite. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. For Frodo.
For Frodo.
Ooh. Oh, yes. The imagery easily takes over whenever I think to just hear that quote. So a good one. All right. Funny enough, 72 Lord of the Rings, 1 Fellowship of the Ring, You Shall Not Pass.
You shall not pass!
Oh, jeez.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
Jesus, right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
This is a good list.
I got number 61
61, let me see which one that is. Okay. Oh.
from 7. What's in the box?
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Oh, man, that part is so heavy. It's so heavy. Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Yeah, he's so good.
He's so good. It's
So
almost
good.
like he kind of like is like kind of like loses it, like almost like goes like insane. Like he's like what's in the box? He can't even say it correctly because he's so like confused and flustered, and he kind of knows in the back of his mind what's happening, but he doesn't want to know, so he keeps on trying to like yeah. I mean, that's so good. It's so good. How many more slots do we have, by the way?
You got 4 more to go.
4 more to go. I like it. Okay, I'll go and go. 76, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Or as the list says,
Yeah.
Addy.
Addy. Yeah, it was an Addy. Addy.
And he's Scottish in real life, I believe, so he's not, he's...
Rubius?
Not Rubius, the actor who played him.
Hagrid.
That's correct.
You know what? And I drew the next one, and
Okay.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this quote.
Okay.
This is a late addition. I added it about 15 minutes ago to the list because I remember how last I forgot what you said.
Oh no.
Deep blue suck or deep blue. I can't remember what you said. You didn't like deep blue sea.
Yeah, I had to talk crap about it. I don't remember. I remember I said something about like I looked at the time. I looked at the timer and I had 2 seconds left, and I said, "Dumb blue sea." That's what I said.
Dumb. This quote is from that.
Okay. Oh, great. Oh, yay! It's gonna go really far.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'll destroy that one.
That movie's fantastic because it's realistic.
Oh Lord.
So this one is: you wait your whole life for a single moment, and then suddenly it's tomorrow.
You wait your whole life for a single moment. And then one day it's tomorrow.
Oh,
See?
it's heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah.
I like it. All right.
Classic movie.
Here I go. 54, A League of Their Own. There's no crying in baseball.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
That might have been more Toy Story than League of Their Own, but it was my Tom Hanks try.
I don't know. Maybe we're talking like Bo Peep from Toy
Bo
Story.
Peep? Annie Potts? Ah, man, that's she has a cool voice, but thanks.
Oh man. Let's see. Last one. 18.
18.
Go the distance.
Go the distance.
Okay.
Field of Dreams. So
Go.
that's
the
what we're gonna do
distance.
right now. We're gonna go the distance.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like from what the list was, I mean, there was pretty much no. I think all these are going to be at least entertaining to talk about, regardless. I mean, there wasn't one of the movies that I heard that I was like, "Oh, that's going to be boring." So that's always good, you know. I mean, they were, of course, they're not all A+ movies, but a lot of them are going to be fun.
That's right. That's what makes it interesting. One of the quotes was from Gladiator. I don't know if you saw that or not, but we won't get to discuss it. But maybe we could say it later after it's over.
Oh, we can, yeah, absolutely. There's a lot on here. There's a lot. I would love to add, 200 and do this. Just destroy
Yeah,
them all.
I'm a little sad. There's so many good quotes on this list that
there is.
You can't get them all.
You got to catch them all, though, if you're a Pokemon master.
Oh, jeez.
Did you ever get in the Pokemon scene?
No. That was a little after my time.
I wouldn't say that because Timmy got into it, and he's exactly your age, so that's embarrassing.
I don't know. I guess I was too busy playing Zelda.
At that time, like Ocarina of Time would have been probably out there, right?
Yeah, it was like 90s, 96,
Ooh.
95, 96 when the 64 came out with Zelda. I remember it came out as a bundle with the N64.
Oh, and that's, of course, the version that you need. Well, that one or the 007 GoldenEye one. That would have been a good reason to get the bundle.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that,
Actually, no, I think they actually came with 2 games back then because they weren't greedy.
Well, they were, but just less. It's obvious how greedy are. Yeah, I mean, when you're paying $70 for a game that probably won't even be that good, that's always fun. That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so let's do this.
It'd be a good idea too. For the viewers out there, if they want to take a minute. You could pop up the bracket, and they can take 10 minutes to decide themselves and see how they do.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that.
Just pause the video right now.
But not too long, because I want you. I need you here.
Yeah. All right. So first is "As You Wish" from Princess Bride versus "Go the Distance," Field of Dreams. This is a 1 seed versus a 16 seed. A 16 seed, "Go the Distance." Wow. I mean, Cinderella story.
I don't think that quote will go the distance, if I'm being honest.
Well, I'm gonna go the distance.
Okay, Hercules. Hercules.
Well, let me ask you this: which one do you say more out of these two?
I'd say go the distance, probably. But I say it, and not because of that though, but just because I just find that the idea of going for it. I've always liked that quote, anyways. And go the distance.
When you go for it.
Don't we? Don't we all? And in fact, I'm doing it with my left hand, and I'm not even left-handed, and that's how like I'm ambidextrous. Okay.
Yeah, that's Mario style right there. Left-handed. Punching those bricks.
Okay, so "As You Wish" is said throughout the whole movie in a very lovingly, passionate way, and it shows by the whole end of the movie how powerful what it really means. And it kind of gives. I remember as a kid, I remember thinking, okay, I don't necessarily want to be the kind of hero that's like a Power Ranger. I want to be the hero that's this guy. I want to be the best lover to my woman, the best partner to her. So I've always thought that was a very important message, and even though "Go the Distance" is also impressive, I feel like it coming from Field of Dreams and not something like Hercules, it takes away some points because that's not even the best quote from Field of Dreams, anyways.
Well, I don't even know if "As You Wish" was the best one from Princess Bride.
There's
we got
30. There's 30 good ones from Princess Bride, though. There's only like 2 from Field of Dreams. You proved my point. Inconceivable.
Nah, go the distance. I mean, come on, that resonates. Go the distance for everyday life. Go the distance. Go to the grocery store. go the distance.
I mean, I will say that the song in Hercules, the cartoon, "I can go the distance." That means a lot to me too. But like I said, this is from Field of Dreams, and the best thing from Field of Dreams is "If you build it, he will come." Go the distance. I kind of remember that
it's
happening.
Not the best quote's not, "Hey Dad, want to have a catch?"
No, I wouldn't say so.
No.
No. First of all, the build up to the
bring a tear to your eye.
No, it did, and it's a good movie. Are you gonna budge at all on this?
I could budge. "As You Wish." I don't have a clear winner here.
Okay.
"As You Wish." If you want to do that, "As You Wish."
3 seconds before you said that, I was going, I hope he does that. I hope, and you did it. So thank you. I appreciate that. No, I appreciate that. Okay, cool. We'll keep it. Good. I'm glad.
Okay. Let's advance that one. So the next one. Okay, we got "Say When" versus
Wizard of Oz. Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Being from Kansas myself, I've heard that one many a time.
Yeah.
It's lost its luster.
Especially since the movie actually wasn't even made in Kansas. It was made in California.
Well, it was made in Oz, but that's beside the point.
Oh man! By the way, I love.
Say when.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Say when. I mean, Tombstone. I mean, first of all, best movie of all time. Way better than Forrest Gump. And
you lost everyone. Everyone's like, I don't care if anything you say has any merit to it.
No.
I hate you as a person right now.
Say when. Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday is one of the best roles in movie history, especially in a Western. He's one of the greatest Western characters. He has zero fear in that movie because he knows he's got the skills to back it up. And Johnny Ringo, one of the cowboys, is the most feared, I guess, villain of the movie. And he basically quakes in his boots when Doc Holliday says, "Say when," because he knows he's going to lose, But so that "say when," very simple words, but very powerful.
I do concur with that completely. I guess the reason why I feel like Wizard of Oz should even stand trial here is because it stood the test of time in terms of being made in 1939 and being something that's still considered to be pop culture in our country to this day, where people like proudly say, "No, Wizard of Oz is amazing," and that Judy Garland, like with the ruby slippers and everything, somewhere over the rainbow. It's I still think about that very often in terms of specific memories that has shaped me as liking fantasy movies and whatnot. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's one of the best movies as far as like longevity. Everybody knows it, but as far as right now, it just needs to follow the yellow brick road right home.
When I'm talking, are you not listening at all and just trying to figure out little ways to just to hurt me, Lucas?
You want to hurt me? Go ahead if you want. I'm an easy target.
Oh, that's such a good movie. Planes, Trains, Automobiles. I think that was on there, wasn't it? But it wasn't that one. It was
Yeah,
something else.
there's a couple. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's some really good ones from that.
yeah, that's such
I
a good
think
movie.
that was the longest quote in there. That speech he gives, Dell. He's like, my wife loves me, my customers love me, because I'm the real article. It's such a great,
Oh,
it's such a great quote.
it,
Yeah,
the whole thing too, and I've had long conversations with my family about this too, and we love the movie so much that we feel like that we were able to create a feeling that Steve Martin was able to take him in some kind of degree, and allow him to be like family. Maybe he gets a place in the same area in Chicago, and then they can see each other every couple months, something like that. I don't know, but he had nowhere else to go, and I felt like Steve Martin was just like, you know what, I got you. I hope so.
oh yeah, I mean that whole relationship changed throughout the whole movie. I mean, he became like a brother at the end.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, so anyways, off topic. That is a damn good quote though, damn good movie. But yeah, I will still say that there is something specifically amazing about Val Kilmer's performance in Tombstone, even though, and I have a fun little story to tell you real quick in a second, but I think that what Kurt Russell did whenever he secretly took over the movie as director was
Yeah.
took a lot of his self out and put a lot more character development in the other characters, and that's why it's such a great movie with so many well-rounded characters and not just him. But it's I put that movie. I mean, I know that's your favorite movie of all time, but I would say in terms of westerns, it's probably top three westerns of all time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, my favorite movie, so it's definitely number one.
Well, if it wasn't your favorite western, it'd be it wouldn't make sense. Like favorite movie of all time, but not my favorite western. I'm like, huh, oh, that doesn't make
You know
sense.
what? I think you can have a favorite movie, but it's not the best in its genre. It's not technically the
Okay,
best movie in a genre. Just because you think a movie is your favorite,
that's a
maybe
good
it's just
point.
because you like to watch it more. I mean, Schindler's List is great, but I can't watch that more than like one time a decade.
I know, seriously, and I only watch it because of the damn good quality of it and the constant reminder I need to tell myself that there's been a lot of sacrifices and stuff that I need to. I'm a lucky person, but other than that, it makes me cringe at humans treating other humans like that. So yeah, I get what you're saying. I can't watch war movies that much for the same reason. It's just like
Well, it depends on the war movie. There's some really good ones out there that you can watch over and over again.
I don't know about that because like Saving Private Ryan might be the best one of all time, and it's so damn good that it makes me so sad that I can't handle it. I really can't. There's so many times I'm
I
just
don't know,
like,
I remember when 300 came out. I watched that so many times
well, yeah, it's
because
easy to watch.
exactly, but it's a war movie. That's all
No,
of it.
no, you can't. I wouldn't even put that in the same category as Gladiator, which is also the same kind of degree of that.
Well, I could watch that one over and over again
Oh
too.
no, no, well, okay, dang it, I just proved myself wrong then. Yeah, okay, never mind then. Okay, let's continue, please.
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I don't know.
I,
I'm gonna say just because you chose As You Wish, I'm just gonna steal Say Wind.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna steal it from.
And you know what? I'm gonna give it to you regardless because I feel like that's awesome. Doc Holliday was awesome, and Val Kilmer's performance was so good. I think that was the first time I remember watching him in a movie, going, okay, now I'm curious to see what else you can do. And then
Yeah.
you needed the Doors, and of course I love him stuff like Willow and in Top Gun. But when you see him in Tombstone, you're like, oh, this is a different level. This is a different level. So good for you.
Yeah, it's his best role of his career and many other careers, any other people's careers.
Yeah,
I mean, it's great.
absolutely.
All
Okay.
right, so the next one we've got another Princess Bride quote. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. You prepared to die. He's still whining about it.
Oh, stop.
Um, and then you've got seven. What's in the box?
Oh, I don't want to argue. Oh, they're both so good.
Just gut reaction. What one wins for you right here? Without even thinking. I mean,
gut,
without thinking
I mean,
about it.
gut reaction would be what's in the box.
Yes.
I
Same
mean,
here.
but the thing is Princess Bride on so many different levels is one of the best movies of all time for on so many different levels. But so is Seven though. I mean, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, the reveal at the end, that twist ending, when you watch Seven for the first time, spoiler alert, what's in the box? I won't tell you, but
Then why'd you say spoiler alert?
just in case somebody would panic.
I'm gonna flash it on there. I'm just
You
kidding.
get a panic pause.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so good. Uh, that
Oh,
movie, that I mean,
I know. David Fincher
and I don't know,
is genius.
and obviously it's a quote that you can say, every day of your life. Everybody's always holding a box, Christmas time.
Okay, you don't need to defend it in this kind of
Amazon
way.
packaging.
You don't need to defend it in that kind of way. Okay,
Amazon delivers. You bring it in. So it's like, what's in the box? Well, let me tell you.
but you're not gonna tell us.
No, that'd be a spoiler.
No spoiler alert, everyone. Okay, so seven. Let's do the next one. I think seven should win.
Yeah. All right. So the next one is "You're a Wizard, Harry."
That's Harry Potter, of course.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yada was
Pretty good.
Okay, that wasn't good. I'm gonna stop.
This feels this feels like a terrible matchup against number 17, which is "Get Busy Living" or "Get Busy Dying."
Okay. You know, I will.
That's such a terrible matchup because obviously "You're a Wizard, Harry" is fantastic, and it just is superior. I mean, it launched an entire generation's worth of fantasy movies, and the whole fantasy genre just took off after that.
And
And
it
Shawshank Redemption,
and Harry.
I mean,
Oh yeah, Shawshank Redemption. It's the best movie of all time in my opinion.
it's okay. I mean, I remember the first time I laid eyes on Andy Dufresne, but he's kind of a tall drink of water. But
You remind me a little bit of
I
that
don't remember
character.
much about him.
Nicely done. The thing is I have read all the Harry Potter books, and I would consider them the best of all time. The best of all time. So that's hard because I like you
What?
said, not only the books, not only was it a pop culture phenomenon.
Hold on a second. Wait a second.
Oh no.
Do you
What?
think the Harry Potter books are better than the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
I think that they're
Explain yourself.
yes, I do.
Oh my gosh, this is unacceptable.
I will say that the Lord of the Rings
I don't
movies
even know how to
are
respond.
better than the Harry Potter movies, but I think that Harry Potter, first of all, Harry Potter is easier to read. Lord of the Rings has a lot going on, and it's
Okay, yeah. So yeah. It's because it's made for the unintelligent.
don't say unintelligent.
Yeah,
That
it's
hit
made
people
for
from like ages
for
5 to 900. So I
It's
don't
made
even.
for teenagers. That's why the text is so big.
Oh
You
man,
know,
it's a bummer. It's this
I
is
hate
the
to say that, but I mean, I love the Harry Potter books too. I've read them all twice, but Lord of the Rings is superior in every way.
Okay, so I'm going to say this to you real quick, okay? I am not saying that Lord of the Rings is not superior. I am saying that when I read Harry Potter, I've had the best feelings I've ever felt while reading any book I've ever read, including Lord of the Rings. So it took me into a world that I was able to connect with better than any book I've ever read other than that. And so for that reason, I have to be honest and say Harry Potter. Lord of the Rings is the best. I've said before, it's even better trilogy than the original Star Wars trilogy in terms of quality. Yes, Star Wars is my favorite trilogy of all time, but the best trilogy of all time is easily, and I say easily because there was no hiccups like Star Wars had. Lord of the Rings were, I think, perfect movies. There. I poured my heart out to the world,
No, that's
and
unacceptable.
I get spit on for doing it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You lost a little bit of respect just now. I
Okay.
mean, you had very little left after me seeing you in that outfit,
Uh, uh.
but
My wife's favorite books are Harry Potter, so as long as I get respect from her, I'm good to go. Yes. I did another hello. Getting off track.
it's You're a Wizard, Ari, which is
Okay.
obviously your favorite verse. Get busy living or get busy dying.
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's my answer. Even though
Yeah, but you know what? It's troubling. I mean,
it's
it's hard
trouble.
because when I read those books, it gives me feelings I've never felt before. For the very for the very first time when I read a series of books. So when I get feelings I've never felt before, it's got to trump something that just tells me to get busy dying.
That's literally what I just told you about my. That was my exact metaphor. Okay, shut up. Shut up. Okay, so who do you want to win here?
I'll take Shawshank.
Yeah, I will too. I
Okay.
hope you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I'm actually wearing as my wedding ring the Lord of the Rings ring. So I'm not gonna don't I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings. Okay, I'm wearing it as my wedding ring. That's my token symbology
Symbology?
of how much I love my woman.
And I'm sure the word you were looking for was symbolism. What is the symbolism?
And I'm wearing a Lord of the Rings ring. So don't you dare give me crap for my decisions, okay? And the world, if you don't, believe, just remember, okay, that I love my wife and I love Harry Potter. I love Lord of the Rings, but I had to listen to my heart, okay?
I respect that.
Thank you. All right, let's do this.
All right. That's the first. That's the first half. So we're in the lower tier of the bracket now.
All right, cool.
So 51. That'll do, pig. That'll do. What was that?
Sorry, I don't mean to be like that. No,
Okay,
please
73.
continue.
This might be a good battle then. 73 from Deep Blue, from Dumb Blue Sea.
Oh,
You wait your whole life for a single moment, and then suddenly it's tomorrow.
okay. Well, that's still easy for me.
That's easy.
I
You
should.
know the Deep Blue Sea one's pretty profound, but I do say that'll do, pig, quite a bit.
Why is it profound? And what does it mean to you whenever you hear that quote?
It means that you should live in the present.
Yes, I get that. Okay, and which
I mean, it's just another way of saying get busy living or get busy dying.
right, but I think the problem is Shawshank Redemption's written with so many of those feelings where your movie has won, and I would say that I, if you would have told me the title of that, I wouldn't have known what movie you were talking about. But Babe Pig in the City, whenever I hear that, or when I say it, because I still do say it to people, it's still being said. So I feel like Babe should win, even though snickered at it. I snickered at it.
Because your name's Nick.
That's right. I changed the word on purpose, everyone. Yep, and Lucas got it. He figured it out. Okay. Anyways, what do you think?
Snickle Rick.
That's right.
I agree. I didn't know that one quote from Deep Sea before today. I do think it's a really good quote, though.
Yeah, it is. It is a good quote.
But that'll do, pig, or that'll do. I say that all the time.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, this one's gonna be this. I won't say anything yet. But this is this is two quotes that are both very good. From Lord of the Rings, "You shall not pass," and then also from the Terminator, "I'll be back."
Oh no.
Now,
That.
do you recall what you said right before we started this?
No. Did I say something? What'd I say? Oh, you should not pass. We'll win the whole thing. Right? Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? I guess. Okay, this is what's happening. This is what was. I feel like, for example, either tonight or tomorrow, actually, they'll be seeing Terminator. I just did it with David Szymanski. I just did it. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger. If I had to pick my favorite celebrity of all time, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I will say that Lord of the Rings is. Ugh, dang it. No, I don't want to. I don't know.
Two Goliaths going against each other here. I mean, "I'll Be Back" has been it's been. People have said it billions of times since it came out.
That's true.
It is just, and people say it to this day.
I still say
but
it.
"You shall not pass." I mean, Lord of the Rings. I mean, that's the first time you really see Gandalf step up to the plate.
And in such an epic way too.
Yeah, I mean, he's got this towering Balrog, chasing him, and he's just this little tiny wizard. You don't really know much about him at this point if you haven't read the books.
Right.
And he destroys the bridge. He lays down the law like, "You're not getting past me."
And the way he's just looking at him like "You shall not pass." I mean, he said it with so much conviction that it was. I mean, it's like, hey, did Ian McKellen get an Oscar for that? There is kind of some seriousness to that because it was so authentic. And of course, Lord of the Rings movies are so authentic that when they sing their little songs and whatnot, you're not sitting there going, what is going on? Why are they singing? You're sitting there going, oh, this is awesome. This is like their world and whatnot. Where in any other movie who tries to do that kind of stuff, a lot of times it doesn't work because it's kind of weird and corny. So I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a hard one. I wish that they would have been on the opposite side, so then it would have been easier to at least first and second place, not first and 10th place.
Yeah, no, it's tough. First rounder. You want to see these guys in the semis at least.
Seriously.
I don't know. I go back and forth. "I'll Be Back." I love the Terminator. I mean, Terminator 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I love those.
We don't need to talk about anything else.
But Lord of the Rings is easily the best movie trilogy of all time.
Yeah.
And the books are fantastic. I mean, maybe not as good as Harry Potter, but
Nope.
But it's like you said, in the movies, he's got to actually act out that quote. So in the books, when you're reading it, it doesn't come across really as corny or not corny, or just because you're just reading it. But when he says it in the movie, if anybody else acts, or if any other production made that, not Peter Jackson and his crew, that would have come across so corny.
Yeah.
But the way he said it, just fantastic. And he lays down his life for the Fellowship at that point, which is a significant ordeal.
All right. Okay, well, it
But
sounds like maybe it sounds like we were both thinking that maybe Lord of the Rings is kind of doing it.
let me ask you, how are you? What's your judging criteria here? Is it significance within the film, significance within your life? Which one, which quote, just the words resonate with you the most? Which ones you say the most in real life? I mean, there's a lot of little factors that could be played
And I
into
would
this.
and then I appreciate you bringing them all up. I would say the ones that usually affect me the most are the emotional factors and the I guess the I'm still very much a retro 80s man. So it whenever I hear any kind of 80s soundtrack or whatnot, it immediately puts me in this weird like as you see it, I have the little neon lights behind me because I like that like feeling that 80s style, that aesthetic of the all the fantasy and sci-fi movies. They all had like a very 80s charm to it, and a lot of people consider that a corny thing, but there were so many of them that I thought still to this day nothing has been able to come close to it. But I don't know, man. That's that the Terminator probably has more relevance in what's in my life, but Lord of the Rings is kind of like you said it, like a better thing, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little bit maybe higher quality
Yeah,
quote,
yeah,
but
yeah.
kind of goes back all the way back because I guess I don't know in 30 years you think people will still be saying you shall not pass because that's what I'll be back has done.
Yeah,
It's
you're
such a
right. You're
simple
right.
line too.
For 37 years, it's been doing that.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's a tough one.
that is a tough one. Because you have to take into factor of how people have perceived both of them, and even though you and I also think that maybe that like Lord of the Rings is obviously maybe better movie, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's better quote.
Right.
But it was also, I think, more impactful when you see it. I don't know because, like I said, it's been talked about still to this point. So I don't know. Can we just pick something real quick? I'm
Let's
feeling,
join.
I'm gonna go throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
You know what? I feel like before we started this, you said you shall not pass will win, and I think if we're on the fence, you gotta go with what
Okay.
your gut said from an hour ago.
Yep, we always gotta listen to the first answer, don't we? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll do that, and then I'll do
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
I'll be back.
Oh God,
Okay.
that.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can't undo it.
All right. Okay.
It
All
has
right,
passed.
God. There's no
All
rewind
right, so
button.
yeah. Okay, we got Goodwill Huntings. How do you like them apples?
Okay.
Versus Lord of the Rings for Frodo.
Okay. I think the only reason I will say Lord of the Rings is because that was not. Oh man, but there has been a lot of people. I remember after that movie came out, everyone started saying that. Dang. But I still think I don't know. I have a certain kind of mental block when it comes to Lord of the Rings, so I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for Frodo, that's the culmination of the entire series.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Aragorn, the entire fellowship's there. You got all of Rohan and Gondor ready to lay down their lives just so Frodo can maybe make it to the mountain. They
Yeah.
don't know if he's dead or not.
The last hurrah
And
to have a peace on Middle Earth, and this is the last chance. And if it fails, then they're screwed, and they're going to be enslaved. So yeah, absolutely, and it everything matters. Everything matters. So yeah, let's just do Lord of the Rings.
do we at least talk about how do you like them apples, though? I mean, what a great comeback. I mean, how many times have you said that to somebody?
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. And it is one of those things too that everyone was saying for a while. It was. I remember in the
Yeah.
mid late '90s, it was a very very common thing to say. It spread like wildfire for a while. But I would say that there are better quotes within the movie that I would have been a better argument than for Frodo. But you know what?
Yeah.
It's not your
When
fault.
people, I know. I know.
It's like, we did that last time. We did that last time. Could you imagine if people like that watched both of them were like, "Wow, guys, same trick pony, huh?"
Roles reversed though.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We like to switch it, guys. Let's play both
Yeah.
sides.
You know what? Yeah, these apples are just okay. So let's just go with Fort Frodo.
Okay, cool. I like that. Oh.
All right, the last matchup of the first round, number 54, which was A League of Their Owns. There's no crying in baseball.
You said baseball,
And
cynical. Baseball.
baseball. And number 7, Are You Not Entertained?
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
know what? If you're not entertained, you probably have exited this video already. So
as long as I get 15 seconds, that gives me a view. So just, but people wouldn't know that because they're like they left a long time ago.
yeah, right, yeah, they don't know. They don't care. Those are the people that don't know who Zelda is.
Oh, I know, that's a good point. Okay, they thought it said the sports frenzy. It said the nerd idiots. So,
Right.
are you not entertained? It's like it's one of those things too. It's one of the few times I've ever been commanded by an actor so much where I'm like, I'm almost wooed by his so performance where I'm just like, oh no, you are a real leader in real life, and I follow you completely to the death if I need to. And so when he said, "Are you not entertained?" it was so believable because he put on this performance so like wonderfully, and then he was in such a manly kind of way, and then he kind of just looks at everyone like, like, screw you guys, and they all loved him for it, and it was so impactful. And yeah, that's a best one of the best
Did you
movies.
watch this in theaters when it came out? It was like 2000. I don't know. Or did you watch
2000,
it at
2000.
home?
No, I definitely watched it in theaters because Ridley Scott is from Alien is one of my favorite directors of all time. So whenever I heard Gladiator, and Russell Crowe just got done doing, I think it was either L.A. Confidential or it was something else, and then I was like, oh, so I was always hooked with them, and then that one came out, and yeah, any war movie.
So you're in the theater. You're having some popcorn. You're enjoying the movie. He's fighting. He's fighting. He gets up and he says, "Are you not entertained?" And then what do you do? Do you jump and say, "Yes, yes, I am entertained"?
No, seriously, and it's like I said, since it was realistic, I'm sitting there thinking like I'm not gonna like do the obvious thing and be like, no, I'm not. No, and because I was entertained by the whole movie so far, and I remember thinking like, well, yeah, you are doing a damn good job. So, absolutely, no, I would say that's probably the quote.
I don't even remember the other one.
Uh,
Oh, there's no crying in
yeah,
baseball.
yeah,
I love that. I love that quote.
and the delivery is
It's
impeccable. It's a good
yeah,
quote.
because he's dumbfounded. He's like, "There's no crying in baseball." He's like, "What are you doing?" He's been demoted basically running
Yep.
this league of women, and or the coach of that team, and you feel his pain, or at least what he feels to be his
Well,
pain.
he's also kind of the biggest loser out of all of them for a while until he kind of gets out of his drinking situation and realizes that there's actually some awesome stuff going on around him.
Yeah, yeah,
It-
yeah. So I mean, I agree. Are you not entertained? Is probably the better quote, but I do like. There's no crying in baseball.
and just love that. I love that whole movie, anyways.
Oh man. Okay, so we're up to the quarterfinals now.
Okay,
Are you
good.
ready for
Let's
this?
do this.
The winners. As You Wish versus Say Win. I feel like me and you have already made up our minds on which one's the better quote here.
Okay.
Uh, so
Okay. Say when.
I mean, is there any doubt in your mind? From how much you defended As You Wish in the first round, I feel like I feel like you much prefer that to Say Win. But I love Say Win. Is that am I wrong?
As You Wish is probably not is maybe not the best quote in the movie, like you said earlier, and there are also a lot of good ones in Tombstone. But I also have a lot of my, like I said, I fell in love with Val Kilmer at the once I saw that performance, and when he did that, I'll be your Huckleberry, and he's doing all that stuff, and just kind of his character. And then when he said "say when," immediately, like you said, you see the fear in Michael Bean's eyes because Ringo knows that he's done, but I guess he's just prideful and whatnot. And then when he shoots him, and then he's sitting there like, it looks like a zombie for like kind of dying, and then you see Doc like, come, he's sitting there like,
Yeah.
and then he's like, Dandelion. It was a really amazing thing, but Princess Bride is, like I said, it's littered full of amazing things, and pound for pound, I mean, they're both the best of their genres for sure. So I don't know, man. I Princess Bride. I don't know if it's overlooked, being considered to be like one of the best like family fantasy movies that you could possibly watch. But I still maybe think that the Say When thing was just pretty awesome. So I'll say When.
Okay, I agree.
All right.
I might have been able to be swayed, but it'd have been a tough argument personally.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of other quotes in Princess Bride. I think I would put above As You Wish.
I agree. But like I said, the movie is littered with those. So the fact that's just proof in the pudding right there.
It's probably one of the most quotable movies out there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. I'm glad we had at least one of their movies, of their quotes in there, because it is really one of the most watchable quotes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's just gonna get tougher and tougher from here. So you got Seven's "What's in the Box" versus Shawshank Redemption's "Get Busy Living" and "Get Busy Dying."
Oh Lord. Oh man. So okay, this is the thing.
Yep.
I will say that I think Shawshank Redemption it's more meaningful to me personally than What's in the Box. Just on that side note, that might be what does it. I'm not sure, but I do have to point that out.
Yeah, and I mean that's like it's like a life motto,
My sister Keaton has as a tattoo actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then that would probably win her bracket. I mean,
right.
until it comes against Say When, but she can always scratch it out. So was Say When.
Yeah, just add. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't scratch. Don't scratch Keaton. She's already scratched. I'm like, no. She said Say When.
Yeah. What's in the Box is one of those. It's like it's a big twist in the movie, and you can say it all the time, but other than that, it's not. It doesn't carry over any further impact than that. It's almost like I wouldn't say it's a punchline, but it's just one of those fun things you say. But "Get busy living" or "Get busy dying." I mean, that's a pretty heavy quote.
It's also one of those live in the present.
From a very heavy movie.
And it's one of those movies that has so much emotional weight to it too. It just feels like every time they say something, it's like on the like you're just like, geez guys, and then when he says it too, he's just like, you know what, get busy living or get busy dying. He just kind of like he just lost hope, and he just gets up and walks away, and then Morgan Freeman kind of just like looks at like oh, and it's just kind of one of those like that's not good. It's just like our main protagonist just lost hope. I don't like that. But then you find out differently, of course. Yes. Hello.
If I worked in fashion, my I think my motto would be "Get busy living or get busy tying."
Oh my god. Oh, it's almost like you had these prepared.
So you're saying that quote loses now?
No, I like it. I like it. I just don't want to. I don't want to give you credit, really, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with the Shawshank.
All right, cool. I will too.
Okay, so we've got that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Okay.
Versus you shall not pass.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go deep. Let's go deep, guys. No, that's easy. That's
Babe
easy.
versus Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
Yeah, you
You can't
shall
really
not
look at it
pass.
like that.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious. Let's not waste any more
I
time.
gotta go back and see what I gotta go back and see what Babe beat or let that'll do pick because I mean if we didn't even like consider it a competitor here, you know what a oh it was the Deep Blue Sea quote. Oh yeah, it must have been really bad.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, continue on, please.
Okay,
Stop being so
all right,
disgusting.
last of the quarterfinals. You got For Frodo versus Are You Not Entertained?
No, I was
You
hoping
know what's
this.
crazy too about I mean obviously Gladiator is based on true events and people did that. So when he says are you not entertained, he's kind of calling everybody out like, you like this? I
Yeah.
mean they actually I mean I guess at that point in time they weren't cheering because he survived. So he's asking you're not entertained because I lived, so you want me to die in this arena because I'm a slave
Hmm.
and this is your entertainment. Which really happened, you know.
But like we stated earlier, I think even though this is very important, what's going on with him, he's actually secretly a general, but he's been turned to a slave secretly and all that crap. But for Frodo, like you said, this is about the possible end of the world. So like one last hurrah. Shall we go into the gentle, night, whatever, blah, 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 kind of thing where it's like, hey, dwarves, elves, man, anyone else on our side. This is it. Let's do this. And I feel like that's also extremely impactful. And Gladiator is one of the best movies of all time. But as I've talked about, Lord of the Rings might be the best movie of all time, and not only that, but the longest best movie of all time.
Oh, we can't forget we're judging the quotes, not the
Yeah,
movie.
okay, that's true. That's true. Okay. You know what? I see what you did there. Um,
Like you said,
yeah, that's a good
I
point.
don't know which one stirred more emotion when you watched it in theaters. 'Cause I know you watched Lord of the Rings in theaters too.
Well, if you want to talk about that, I think that there were other parts in Gladiator. Like I said, even though I acknowledge that part was like the crucial part that you were kind of referring to a moment ago, but it wasn't necessarily what struck me the hardest. But whenever, like you said, whenever For Frodo happened, is like whenever all these hours and hours of everything going on was finally coming to a complete circle, like where these characters you love them dearly, and you know that this might be their last moment, and it was just very impactful. So
Yeah, and I mean, are you not entertained? I mean, it's a good quote, but my favorite quote from Gladiator has got to be Frost. Sometimes it makes the blade stick.
yeah, and it is kind of what saved him too, wasn't it? But it is also coming from a guy who thought his favorite Toy Story character was the little green Martian. So I don't really know what to say about that.
The claw machine people.
Now they're called claw machine people. Do you have no love in
Yeah,
your heart? Yeah.
they're the ooze.
Ooh. They were adorable.
You know what? Poor Frodo has less words, but it has a larger meaning. So I'm all for that.
Okay, let's do that then. But I do feel a little like maybe I made a wrong decision kind of too. So
You know, I haven't hit submit yet, so we can still
okay, just
we can still
give
go.
me a second longer. Uh,
Okay.
Dang man, because I could probably I think that would be one of the last. If Lord of the Rings would probably be one of the last things I would tell you in terms of quotable quotes. For Frodo, I think is not something that's necessarily mimicked. A lot of like what Golem does and stuff like that has been mimicked. A lot of characters "You shall not pass," like we talked about earlier, which I think that's even a better quote than for Frodo in terms of just how it made me feel whenever I saw it. I don't know, man.
You know what? Just because you said that, uh, I feel like we have to go with "Are You Not Entertained?" because the next matchup is against "You Shall Not Pass," and you just said "You Shall Not Pass" would win
Okay,
against For
okay,
Frodo. So
I
so
agree.
that doesn't seem, yeah.
I agree with
We
that.
don't need it. We don't need a 2-for-1. We're still entertained.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So For Frodo has lost. It's not For Frodo anymore.
No, it's not.
We hate
It's
Frodo.
for Gandalf now.
Right. The White Rider.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So we're in the semis now. You got Say When versus Get Busy Living and Get Busy Dying.
I I still think it's Shawshank. I'm sorry, man. I like I said, that's not as your quote is
Yeah.
not as quotable as the other quote. I think that's just
Maybe not to you.
I don't think it is to the world either. I think maybe just to you. And I think
Well,
the world doesn't
yeah.
see that as being like something like, oh yeah, I remember saying that quote all the time. But get busy living or get busy dying, I feel like it just has way more of a
So
worldly
you're saying
impact.
instead of them saying "Say When," they're like "Say what?"
Oh, I hate you so much. No, I don't. That was good. That was good. Doesn't change what I said though at all. What do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. Say When is one of my favorite quotes from Tombstone, and there's actually Tombstone is actually almost as quotable as Princess Bride, in my opinion. I've seen it. I've seen it so many times. There's so many quotes in there. I mean, you could go on and on. And Say When,
No.
yeah, simple one. No, yeah, or I'm sorry, I forgot you were there.
Oh, you may go now.
Are you gonna do something or just stand there and bleed? you know,
I'll be your Huckleberry. We talked about that earlier. There are a lot of good quotes, but I will say, and it's not. I don't think it's as popular as the quote from Shawshank. I think people would be like, no, 'cause I think sadly a lot of people probably haven't even seen Tombstone, and I don't. I hate putting that shade on it because
that
I've
shouldn't take away from the quote though. You
kind
can't.
of because it doesn't
That's like saying not a lot of people's watched Schindler's List just because it's a serious and long film. It doesn't mean it's not a good movie.
that movie doesn't necessarily. Schindler's List is not quotable either, though.
No, but if you're just talking about good stuff, just because people have seen it or not seen it.
Yeah, well, but like The Godfather's long as well, and it's kind of depressing, but it's very quotable too. And I don't know that might be different because that's kind of like
Let's look at it this way. All the Oscar winners, all the Oscar winning movies are movies people do not watch.
you know what I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, because even though obviously you and I have seen Schindler's List because it's considered to be one of the best movies, so we have to add that to our list. A lot of people are like, no,
Yeah,
it
we add
doesn't
that to our
sound. Yeah.
Schindler's List.
Yes. Oh, that's definitely staying in. Uh, I don't know, man. I think Shawshank still has more of
Yeah.
an impactful theme. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean,
I know you don't want to kick out your favorite movie quote, but I feel like I think that's kind. I mean, it's kind of easy for
Adam
me.
settled it. If this was Tombstone, at this moment, I would say, say when.
Say win. And I think I would win. By the way, so
No, then you'd say, well, time to get busy dying.
I thought he had you at the end there, and then you came back at the end and just you finished me off. So thanks for that. You're a jerk.
Man, yeah, this is what's tough. Quotes are obviously just an opinion based. I mean, I like anything is opinion based.
I feel
I
like
love Tombstone. You love Shawshank.
I love
I think
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
What are you talking about? You're acting like that movie sucks, but I'll kind of try to be nice about it. No, I love Tombstone, and I think I'll be your Huckleberry. I think there's better quotes too, but I get what you're saying. I just feel like
Yeah, but I
there's
think just because there's better quotes in a movie doesn't mean this one's not better than another movie just because it only has one quote.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, like you said, it is a very quotable movie. People, like I said, people have put this as a tattoo on their body. I just feel, and maybe they have also say win too, but I don't know if I've
Well,
ever.
that's next. Yeah,
That's
say when is
next.
coming.
That's the more popular one. It's going to be happening soon.
The time is now. I'm saying when.
If we can't figure this out, can we maybe just put a pause on that and then go to the next one, or would that, or should we just try to get it?
Yeah, yeah. I say maybe we digest it, see what we're up against in the finals.
Okay, because we both stand strongly, and I appreciate that.
Even I feel like I know what you're gonna pick on this next one though.
Okay,
So you shall not pass,
okay.
or are you not entertained? Now we know from last round, poor Frodo would have beat "Are You Not Entertained," and "You Shall Not Pass" would definitely have beaten poor Frodo. But does "You Shall Not Pass" beat "Are You Not Entertained"? Is it an additive property here, or is it?
Why are you snapping? Are you from the Birdcage movie or something? You playing Robin Williams' character? Rick?
Well, right over here.
No, you're Nathan Lane's character. Okay, I'll be Robin Williams. Oh man, I'll just say you shall not pass again.
Gosh, you are not entertained.
I'm very entertained, in fact. Just not with you.
That's understandable.
No, I mean, honestly, what do you think? I mean, this is a tough one.
You know, "You Shall Not Pass" is probably the best scene of the first movie in Lord of the Rings. Uh, that's like the first major stand of the entire trilogy.
Sure.
And "Are You Not Entertained" is not the best part of that movie, but it's a really good one.
It is. And an important one because it kind of shows his real character, like how he's an actual, like, honorable man. He's not one of those like, oh, I'm trying to act like it. You can kind of tell just by how he does it so well that he's like, no, this guy is all about honor, and then that is easy to follow. So when he says that, there's no cockiness to it, or there's nothing to it that I find to be like, no, I don't believe it. It was all earned.
Yeah.
It was all earned. So I don't know.
Yeah, and he changed the popular opinion in that arena. I mean, if he can change, and you can change, I mean, everybody can change.
Thank you, Sylvester. I still think you should not pass.
Okay, I agree. I was seeing what if I could push you the other way,
Okay.
but I was trying to test your conviction there.
Yeah. Well, you shall not pass. Okay.
Yeah, that "Are You Not Entertained" will not pass.
Ooh.
So that one's in the finals. "You Shall Not Pass," and we are back to, the top half of "Say When" versus "Get Busy Living" or "Get Busy Dying." I mean, this is tough. Maybe I don't know. We're trying to pick one winner here. We don't want to get two winners. My winner versus your winner.
That would be cute, but
Yeah, that's not what we're about.
that'd be the sweetheart way to do it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And how? I mean, I feel I might even possibly have more conviction on this one than even "You Shall Not Pass." I don't know. I feel like to me this feels kind of obvious. I just
"Say When" is almost like the "You Shall Not Pass" of Tombstone. It's like you will not. I basically am sacrificing myself so Kurt Russell's character Wyatt Earp doesn't have to face you because he will lose and he will die.
that is true. And
You shall not. I mean, in this scenario, Johnny Ringo is the Balrog, and Val Kilmer is Gandalf the Grey, and he's actually wearing gray in the movie. So
So it all makes sense.
yeah,
Oh, Lucas, I love how you try to connect things, and sometimes they don't connect even close, but that's okay. Uh, um, what can I do to talk you out of this?
I don't know. It's a tough one. Yeah, it might just need to be a coin flip.
Can we possibly? It would be weird to have like that go against the other one, or would that not work?
What one?
You shall not pass versus one of them.
Well, I mean, Utah not passes in the finals, so
Yeah, so we had to leave it alone, don't we? Um, Man, a coin flip? No, I feel we need to come to some kind of agreement. I feel like a coin flip would be kind of a the
what is it about get busy living or get busy dying? I haven't really heard a great argument from you about why it's good, other than because people think it's good.
I feel well. I kind of gave you one. When you've been institutionalized as long as they have, and I was in the military, so I kind of felt it to some degree, especially in boot camp. It felt very weird because I couldn't even go pee without someone telling me I could go, and that was for months. I had to do that crap, and it was weird. And and even that short
I
period of
don't think I
time.
go months without peeing.
Oh, I finally just went like as I was just sitting there talking to him. Like you told me I
I don't
couldn't
know.
go. So I was a 25-year-old man at the time. I'm like, if I can't go, I'm just gonna go right here. And I should have, but I didn't because I had too much pride. Um, I feel like that quote has a lot of impact for what it's implying. It's pretty much saying if you don't live your best life, then you might as well just shoot yourself in the head because that's the only way you should be living your life. And I have those kind of mottos that I try to constantly on a day-to-day basis tell myself to remind myself. I almost like as a little stick-it note saying you are special. It's a very empowering message. I feel like if I'm not do every single day doing something that I enjoy and whatnot, then why am I even here? And of course, I also mix in my responsibilities being, the most important thing. But I feel that I feel like on my deathbed, if I don't have some kind of like what I pretty much gave it most of. I mean, we didn't. None of us give it at all, but I gave it. I was pretty damn close to giving it my all, and I can somewhat die in honor. And that's kind of how I feel. So it's important to me for that, and it. I think Keaton and I had a conversation about this too, and when her husband passed away, it was something that was a reflection of that too, and it was a reminder that she has to live her life to the fullest because you could die any day, and so it has an impact for that too. But it's fine if it loses. I had to put that all out.
Deep.
I know, man. I think you're the same way. Movies are very personal to us, and we have a lot of our self in movies and whatnot. We got a lot of our, I guess, certain just inner enjoyments in life and characters that we'd like to study and enjoy and stuff. And I just feel like we connect that to our personal life so much that I don't think we even realize how important those quotes and stuff really are. To where I could get in a huge fight with my wife, and then I could say a silly movie quote that's kind of like a "oh you" kind of thing, and it could completely you know calm a nasty storm. So these are important. It's just I get that, and I get what you're saying. Yours is important too, especially because what it means to you. And I maybe we should.
Don't you feel a little bit of a connection though? A strong connection to Doc Holliday. You're only like an hour from him.
And I visited his kind of his I would say his grave, which I have visited his grave, but his
His
body,
mountain.
yeah, I would say his body was moved from the water. How'd it go? Like there's a big old
The mudslide.
yeah,
It's called,
mudslide. It moved all the bodies, and I don't think they found everyone. And of course, who's recognizable? Can you the carbon all that stuff? I don't know, but he's somewhere up there. I get what you're saying, and I'm telling you, like that performance. There was a lot in that movie. Wired Earp, Kurt Russell's was amazing. All these other amazing, but I will say that Val Kilmer's probably stole the show from how he was doing it. So I get what you're saying about how important that is. I just the Shawshank one is I feel with everything that happened with the journey that he had to go through the bull all the bull crap, he finally kind of comes to this conclusion like no this I have to have this thing, and he almost lost it his faltering hope for a moment, and we as an audience see it and we're like no don't do that. And then that's what led to Morgan Freeman kind of worried about him that he was going to kill himself, and little did we know that he was killing himself in jail, but you know, freeing himself, and I loved it. I don't know, man. So is that good enough? Good enough for you?
Yeah,
Ah.
I know you shouldn't look to the future here, but I mean, what are your current thoughts of Get Busy Living, Get Busy Dying versus You Shall Not Pass?
I probably will still say Shawshank Redemption.
And that's why I think we should go with Say When. You know, you've already chosen a winner here.
So what's okay? Well, if we have to do it for that very reason, then let's do it. Let's do it.
But it will be the loser when it doesn't advance here. So you got to live with that.
I will. I'll live that. I mean, I'll once we stop recording, I'm going to start throwing things. But here, within this little
Hey, I
square
tell
I
you
am
what,
in, I'll be fine.
you tell me what to click, and I'll do it. Just say when.
Oh, in this moment, I just want to. I feel like we just got to get busy living or get busy dying. I don't know, man.
You know, yeah.
Don't put this on
Versus
me. I would say Shawshank Redemption is a better quote. I mean I will be happy to because we talked about this. I'll be happy to choose yours if you feel like yours is a better quote, but I feel like mine's a better quote too. But
Yeah, I feel like mine's a better quote. I don't know. I don't know how we would resolve it. This is one of those things we truly would not be able to resolve. It's.
okay, so how about this? For the sake of argument,
I mean, I'd almost take That'll Do, Pig over. No,
no. Do you really feel that way? Do you really feel like it's not as great as I'm putting it out to be? Because if that's the case, if that's the case, then I mean I have to honor that.
you know, I don't know. I love the quote. I love the movie. It doesn't. Shawshank's fantastic. Would it be in my top 10? Probably not.
Oh,
If I
okay.
put all my movies together, it probably wouldn't quite make the top 10, but it'd be close.
Okay,
That's
well,
probably the best quote of the movie. But there's probably a couple other quotes within this bracket I would probably choose over that as well.
okay.
For Frodo being one of them.
Rest in peace. Yeah. Okay. Well, on that you just that's fine. Let's do Tombstone then. Let's do Tombstone. Because
Are you sure?
no, I am sure because we talked about this. We have to come to an agreement. And if you felt like Shawshank maybe should have lost a while ago, then it should definitely not be in the top. That's not fair. So even though I disagree with you, I'm not going to dishonor what we're doing. So let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
We have said when.
Okay. Oh.
Say when.
Now we're in the finals here. Say When versus You Shall Not Pass. And because we're choosing a winner here, I think we just say winner.
Oh God! Did you just put that in there? No, no, no. You shall not pass. You shall not pass.
You shall not pass.
Not this time.
Oh man,
Not this time.
not this time. What's that from? Not this time.
I don't know. From how you acted, probably a really bad movie though.
Oh jeez, you say when?
I think you shall not pass is more effective. I think that you're struggling right now, which is a good thing, which means that maybe I'm doing okay. That
No, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I probably still say when. But, uh, it's hard. Lord of the Rings is an epic trilogy. Tombstone is an epic western. Uh, it's got an epic cast. I mean, if you look back at the cast of Tombstone, it's one of the most decorated, probably in the '90s. I mean, looking at it now, like it's got so many fantastic actors in it.
oh yeah, no,
You didn't really know
I
many of
agree.
them back in the day. Uh, Lord of the Rings, you know, it's got wizards.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You're not supposed to be like throwing hate at Lord of the Rings, jerk.
No,
Don't try to. You can't have those kind of like arguments. Like, well, it's what's about wizards? Come on. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
what? I mean, maybe it should be a new quote.
What?
Say when you shall not pass.
Oh, just morphing it together, huh? Uh, I don't think I'll be able to flex in this one. Because this is the thing. I think that you think this is a better quote than Shawshank, right? For Lord of the Rings.
Which one?
Lord of the Rings.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, where would that like would that be like on your list? When you looked at the list, would you say this is like on your top five, anyways?
Of the whole list?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know of the whole list. I mean, there were quite a few good ones.
Yeah, they were just kind of like picked quickly, weren't they?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this is I mean, here's a quote. I just a couple for reference of what else is on this list. You got Blade Runner. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears and rain. Would you say that's better or worse than Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying?
I don't know. They mean different things to me. I get what you're saying. It's also extremely. I think it's just personally it means different things, but I get what you're saying. That would be a hard one to argue too. And Blade Runner is one of the best movies of all time, even though I don't think you were a fan of it, were you?
Yeah, that was okay. That was the best scene of the movie by far. It's a fantastic quote, and that speech it gives is one of the best in movies.
Agreed. Agreed. May he also rest in peace. Uh, I feel like I'd be pretty happy with either, to be honest. As long as like if Babe Pig in the City would have been the number one, I would have probably been a little bit like weirded out by it, but I'm not necessarily disturbed by anything. It's just I still feel like Lord of the Rings is a better quote. I think that yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna make your dreams come true. Before this started, you said if this made it on to the bracket, it would win. Uh, I think I don't think we can really sway from that. I mean, that shows how much you love this quote. Well, you looked through all the quotes and you said if this makes it, it's gonna win. So
All right.
I don't think yeah, I can't argue with that. Nothing shall pass because you shall not pass is the winner.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. There's the number one quote.
Galaxy Gray. That was my name.
Gandalf. I am Gandalf the White.
I guess our first try, we'll maybe mix it in. I'm guessing Lucas will have another fun little game for us to play here in a month or so, and I love whenever you've done this twice now. We've kind of said, okay, so this is what the plan is. It's like, okay.
Yeah, this one was a little tough, tougher than I thought, just because it's so opinion based, and when you have to agree on it, it definitely makes it tougher.
Yeah,
'Cause-
but I still feel like it's the best part of it though is you get to argue good or bad, and this is not like we didn't have to ever say one time like that movie is so stupid and this is why. No, we just had to say, oh, I get what you're saying. It's just, but this one is think is better because of this reason. And I think whenever you throw a lot of subjective stuff out and then you use certain things, pop culture and quotability and how it made you feel personally, all these different things. I think after a while it's just like, okay, I get what you're doing. Yeah, we'll give it to you then. So yeah, I feel
Well
like
said.
yeah. But thanks.
That'll do, Greg.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Lucas, for coming on, buddy. I appreciate it, and we'll do this very soon.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, take it easy, my friend. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next time.